Yeah, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. It's the middle of the night. It is 1 a.m. here in New York, but I got up to do some reactions and I was like, you know what? I cannot finish this session without listening to T-Way. If you've been sub long enough, you will know that T-Way is one of my personal favorite artists, and I cannot wait to check out his most recent project. That one is most likely going to be a project reaction with Frank once again. So if y'all haven't already, make sure you check out my Product of My Environment and Class of 98's reactions. But listen, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. Let me get myself situated because T-Way be wildin'. Sebs and T-Way make a very good combination. How you start? First of all, man kicked down the door and you starting like, alright, say nothing. Got one but he turned his back, he's mad, that's A&E to the block. Big man, you ain't never made 10 bands, you fat, don't check the fag, get a job. You cheated right up in the spot, now I feel cheated, don't try to run rock. 360 for breeze on my box, can't guess what, I made my like a pop. Check this, I hit the trap, but lost, I'm lost, mum said better make. One of the things that I love about T-Way is the fact that he constantly references himself. Like even in this, he's referencing old bars, he's referencing old flows. Jeez, alright. And the thing too is that I know I'm gonna miss so much. The thing with T-Way is that I have to keep listening to his songs. They get better every single time you listen. Got one but he turned his back, he's mad, that's A&E to the block. Big man, you ain't never made 10 bands, you fat, don't check the fag, get a job. You cheated right up in the spot, now I feel cheated, don't try to run rock. 360 for breeze on my box, can't guess what, I made my like a pop. Check this, I hit the trap, but lost, I'm lost, mum said better make it back. I don't know nothing about retail working, sir. He don't know nothing about retail work. Jesus Christ. Sebs Beats, baby. Got one but he turned his back, he's mad, that's A&E to the block. Big man, you ain't never made 10 bands, you fat, don't check the fag, get a job. You cheated right up in the spot, now I feel cheated, don't try to run rock. 360 for breeze on my box, can't guess what, I made my like a pop. Check this, I hit the trap, but lost, I'm lost, mum said better make it back. I don't know nothing about retail working, serving, I put weight in the flats. Leaping with razor and slap free trap, that's not what
these visuals, yo. And I love the fact that T-Way stays very true to his hood. He does not pass up on opportunities to reference Norwood. Like you're seeing Norwood Junction, the train station, all of that. And the fact that he switched up the way that he said, I don't know enough of my retail work. Like usually that's the way that he kind of like, I don't want to say end a particular sequence, but he doesn't like put it in the middle of a flow.
And I don't know nothing about retail working, darling, I work by ringtone. The spin thing come like Freddie and Jason, it's just revolving Satan. She know I don't know about retail working, baby, I bando basic. Young but I feeling strong and I had to rub that. And I don't know nothing about retail work, I never refund no shop back. M put weight on a 2-ton shiny metal, it ain't from Hatton. And I don't know nothing about retail working, burst and I made it happen, doing up bando cotches.
You know what I mean? I guess to say, I guess he usually ends, but I don't know how else to put it. Like this time around, he kind of just went straight through when he said it.
Check this, I hit the trap, but lost, I'm lost, mum said better make it back. I don't know nothing about retail working, serving, I put weight in the flats. Leaping with razor and slap free trap, that's not what makes in the rap. I used to shit all over my doorstep, so draw 10 to my neighbor's dad. Junkies found of a favorite man, I made it bang.
That's what I love about his music.
Lost, I'm lost, mum said better make it back. I don't know nothing about retail working, serving, I put weight in the flats. Leaping with razor and slap free trap, that's not what makes in the rap. I used to shit all over my doorstep, so draw 10 to my neighbor's dad. Junkies found of a favorite man, I made it bang, they haters back. That's bound like a sprayed of tan, my water white is breaking bad. Fuck that judge and the prosecution, they gave my brother life and
how does he do it with these hooks? He transitioned right into, at least I'm assuming that's the hook, he said Breaking Bad.
Free trap, that's not what makes in the rap. I used to shit all over my doorstep, so draw 10 to my neighbor's dad. Junkies found of a favorite man, I made it bang, they haters back. That's bound like a sprayed of tan, my water white is breaking bad. Fuck that judge and the prosecution, they gave my brother life in a flash. He said keep your eyes on the pack, cause man got pure eyes in the camp. Man ain't rich for the life I live, I'm a stupid cunt, don't got no cap. Still rap fast but they're rolling back, 2 tongues blast, revolver slap. I was younger when I needed that, brand new number just for weed and smack. 30s up, I got dirty luck, 30s up, I'm beating that. Fly them whole white serving fix, but I want 2 6 6, not 2, that's 6. Took 6 free off a ganja farmer, karma. I could've come.
And now that he's saying the word karma, I want to hear T-Way and Karma. T-Way is one of those artists who I keep saying I want to hear him do collabs with people, but I think T-Way and Karma might actually work out. T-Way, Karma, and Quang specifically, I think that would work really well.
They gave my brother life in a flash. He said keep your eyes on the pack up, man got pure eyes in the camp. My mate rich for the life I live, I'm a stupid cunt, don't rap no cap. Still rap fast but they're rolling back. 2 tongues blast revolver slap. I was younger when I needed that brand new number just for weed and smack. 30s up, I got dirty luck in 30s up, I'm beating that. Fly them whole white serving fix, but I 1, 2, 6, not 2, that's 6. Took 6 free off a ganja farmer, karma. I could've conned the brick. Put big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step got stuck in it.
Are you listening to this flow? T-Way doesn't always flow like this. He doesn't always give the like non-stop flow. Like, and mind you, T-Way could flow, but this flow.
Just for weed and smack. 30s up, I got dirty luck in 30s up, I'm beating that. Fly them whole white serving fix, but I 1, 2, 6, not 2, that's 6. Took 6 free off a ganja farmer, karma. I could've conned the brick. Put big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step got stuck in it. Shout MZ, I suffered it in with a rack and pack and dozens of clean. I'm into lines like colouring in. The man got chat and they got no whack.
Man said I'm into lines like coloring.
Revolver slap. I was younger when I needed that brand new number just for weed and smack. 30s up, I got dirty luck in 30s up, I'm beating that. Fly them whole white serving fix, but I 1, 2, 6, not 2, that's 6. Took 6 free off a ganja farmer, karma. I could've conned the brick. Put big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step got stuck in it. Shout MZ, I suffered it in with a rack and pack and dozens of clean. I'm into lines like colouring in. The man got chat and they got no whack. Take this pack and run with the wind. It's something to die, it's nothing to live. Stuck in the ground like rock, don't.
And just because he did that with the beat, I want to hear T-Way and French the Kid too. I think that would be wicked, because the way that they be telling their stories, they're so similar. Like, it's so vivid, and they don't even necessarily have to give you punchlines, but they still find ways to slip them in there. But just the way that they choose to narrate their experiences.
Put big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step got stuck in it. Shout MZ, I suffered it in with a rack and pack and dozens of clean. I'm into lines like colouring in. The man got chat and they got no whack. Take this pack and run with the wind. It's something to die, it's nothing to live. Stuck in the ground like rock in a bitch. Down 15 on my loud and clean. I used to link out by the council bin. I nearly got nicked on a northern train with enormous weight. I was more than pissed. But fuck all of that, that's
that flow. I nearly got nicked on a Norwood train with enormous weight.
Stuck in the ground like rock in a bitch. Down 15 on my loud and clean. I used to link out by the council bin. I nearly got nicked on a northern train with enormous weight. I was more than pissed. But fuck all of that, that's mad. Big bro said they texting Zeta, but I couldn't give a fuck how you trap. Knee deep and I'm stuck in this pack. I wish it weren't this, they love how I rap. This big T bro filling the 450, that's no racism, I'm back. Wanna be my mother, price is deep, so I'll cut this rotting for 550.
And something else I would say, this video is giving us a lot more of T-Way's personality. Usually he's a little bit more chill with it, you know, he just be sitting, laying back, you know, just extending in front of a building or something on a car. This time he's giving us a lot more, like, mannerisms and everything, and it's like you're getting so much more into him, like, as a person.
Stuck in this pack, I wish it weren't this, they love how I rap. This big T bro filling the 450, that's no racism, I'm back. Wanna be my mother, price is deep, so I'll cut this rotting for 550. And you ain't never rap for yourself, so tell me how you gonna rap for me. I told bro, you ain't never want these like colouring in. The man got chat and they got no whack. Take this pack and run with the wind. It's something to die, it's nothing to live. Stuck in the ground like rock in a bitch. Down 15 on my loud and clean. I used to link out by the council bin. I nearly got nicked on a northern train with enormous weight. I was more than pissed. But fuck all of that, that's mad. Big bro said they texting Zeta, but I couldn't give a fuck how you trap. Knee deep and I'm stuck in this pack. I wish it weren't this, they love how I rap. This big T bro filling the 450, that's no racism, I'm back. Wanna be my mother, price is deep, so I'll cut this rotting for 550. And you ain't never rap for yourself, so tell me how you gonna rap for me. I told bro, you ain't never want these things. Covered in white, no like GC. The cats got bagged in here with teeth, one IC5 and an IC3. True say I'm in a 5-0. Said they texting Zeta, but I couldn't give a fuck how you trap. Knee deep and I'm stuck in this pack. I wish it weren't this, they love how I rap. This big T bro filling the 450, that's no racism, I'm back. Wanna be my mother, price is deep, so I'll cut this rotting for 550. And you ain't never rap for yourself, so tell me how you gonna rap for me. I told bro, you ain't never want these things. Covered in white, no like GC. The cats got bagged in here with teeth, one IC5 and an IC3. True say I'm in a 5-0. rival. We trap with you. This big weight and I'm ride no trap.
I had to make sure I didn't break the keyboard that time, so I was about to slap the mess up. T-Way, what going for you, fam? Like, what is actually good with you?
And you ain't never ride for yourself, so when I beam up where the price is deep, so I'll cop this got you for 550. And you ain't never ride for yourself, so tell me how you gonna ride for me. I told bro, you ain't never want these things. Covered in white, no like GC. The cat's got bagged in here with teeth, one IC5 and an IC3. True say I'm in a 5-0 with 5-0 live, we trap good, you blessed. This big weight and I ride no try no one off tap, that's a joke. Focus in the king to the
T-Way, do this every single time. This man is hungry.
One IC5 and an IC3. True say I'm in a 5-0 with 5-0 live, we trap good, you blessed. This big weight and I ride no try no one off tap, that's a joke. Focus in the king to the left, I rev the ride, I possess with intent. Go out the rain, no way, but I'll still juice him up for my friend. We done the action, Steven Spielberg, we hit the movie live.
And my man's just like, while T-Way's just standing on his counter.
To the left, one IC5 and an IC3. True say I'm in a 5-0 with 5-0 live, we trap good, you blessed. This big weight and I ride no try no one off tap, that's a joke. Focus in the king to the left, I rev the ride, I possess with intent. Go out the rain, no way, but I'll still juice him up for my friend. We done the action, Steven Spielberg, we hit the movie live.
We did the action, Steven Spielberg.
To the left, I rev the ride, I possess with intent. Go out the rain, no way, but I'll still juice him up for my friend. We done the action, Steven Spielberg, we hit the movie live. I saw the way no live or wide, though I couldn't raise a 5-0. What we done in the 5-0, double tap like a tackle. Don't lose yourself for the crutch, no nigga man, lose it all for a high. I fly them whole white 7 fix, but 126, not 2, that's 6. And he's still off a ganja farmer, karma, I could've conned the brick. Pop big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step.
And it's crazy because as I'm listening to him, I'm just like, yo, is he gonna bring the hook back? And again, he transitioned into it so perfectly.
Then the 5-0, double tap like a tackle. Don't lose yourself for the crutch, no nigga man, lose it all for a high. I fly them whole white 7 fix, but 126, not 2, that's 6. Top 6 free off a ganja farmer, karma, I could've conned the brick. Pop big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step got stuck in it. Shout MZ, I suffered it in with a rack and pack and dozens of cling. I'm into lines like colouring in. The man got chat and they got no whack. Take this pack, I'm done with the win. It's something to die, it's nothing to live. Stuck in the ground like Brock in a bitch. Down 15 on my loud and cling. I used to link down by the council bin. I'm just going I see 5 and I see 3. True say I'm in a 5-0 with 5-0 live, we trap good, you blessed. This big weight and I ride no try no one off tap, that's a joke. Focus in the king to the left, I rev the ride, I possess with intent. Go out the rain, no way, but I'll still juice him up for my friend. We done the action, Steven Spielberg, we hit the movie live. I saw the way no live or wide, though I couldn't raise a 5-0. What we done in the 5-0, double tap like a tackle. Don't lose yourself for the crutch, no nigga man, lose it all for a high. I fly them whole white 7 fix, but 126, not 2, that's 6. Top 6 free off a ganja farmer, karma, I could've conned the brick. Pop big bread on my bloody step, then a bloody step got stuck.
I don't care, I'm taking this back. This has everything that made Private Ryan potential drill song of 2020, and it just took it and flipped it. This one feels like a Private Ryan 2.0. Like, everything that made Private Ryan a mad song is in this one and then some.
The king to the left, I rev the ride, I possess with intent. Go out the rain, no way, but I'll still juice him up for my friend. We done the action, Steven Spielberg, we hit the movie live. I saw the way no live or wide, though I couldn't raise a 5-0. What we done in the 5-0, double tap like a tackle. Don't lose yourself for the crutch, no nigga man, lose it all for a high. I fly, juice him up for my friend.
Yeah, said like a typo.
We hit the movie live. I saw the way no live or wide, though I couldn't raise a 5-0. What we done in the 5-0, double tap like a tackle. Don't lose yourself for the crutch, no nigga man, lose it all for a high. I fly them whole white 7 fix. but I won 2-6, not 2, that's 6. Took 6-3 off a ganja farmer, karma. I could have conned the brick. Put big bread on my blood.
Sebs, you're a genius.
Got stuck in it. Shout MZ, I suffered it in with a rack and pack and dozens of cling. I'm into lands like colouring in. The man got chat and they got no whack. Take this pack and run with the wind. It's something to die, it's nothing to live. Stuck in the ground like Brock in a bitch. Down 15 on my loud and clean. I used to link down by the council bin. I nearly got nicked on a northern train with enormous weight. I was more than pissed. Nearly got nicked on a northern train with enormous weight. I was more than pissed.
I even want to hear it because I'm going to listen to this project. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. I don't. So in this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're going to get straight into it. And this one, if you didn't already know, is a 10. I don't know how T-Way does it, but it stresses me out. I don't know how Sebs does it, but it stresses me out. I cannot wait to check out this project. Granted, now I've heard 2 out of, I think, the 5 tracks on it. So I'm going to be a little bit ahead of the curve, but I don't think Frank has heard this one yet. This man T-Way doesn't know anything about retail work. This is probably the maddest I've ever heard T-Way flow. Ever. In his whole catalog. I think at this point I've heard his whole catalog. And this right here. Everything. Seamless transitions in and out. So much more lively with his flows. It's... Beat. Sebs. Sebs and T-Way actually... It should actually be illegal. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to make music like together anymore. They just shouldn't be. Sebs and T-Way, it's an ungodly combination. This whole beat, the breakdowns, it wasn't too busy, but it was busy enough. Everything about it. Everything. Those small moments where the beat switched up a little bit and it came right back together. It also reminded me of like a French the Kid track. Sebs, if you haven't already, you should probably look into collaborating with French the Kid. I think they would be able to do a Mazda together. And the thing about T-Way's tracks is that every single time I listen to it, it gets better and better. Every time. I can know the lyrics by the back of my hand and it still gets better every time. Right now, he's the only artist whose music literally gets better with every single listen. And it's crazy because I remember when I first heard Private Ryan and Dinner Time, it's like I knew that they were good, especially because I already liked T-Way. But I was just like, it isn't Statements, it isn't Honda Civ. But then the more I listened to both of them, it's just like, rah, they are wildin'. They meaning like the producer and T-Way. The way that T-Way just gives you these narratives, it's so unique to him the way that he does it. His wordplay, it's so subtle. Like, you have to really be paying attention because he doesn't throw a bunch of like bars on the wing like da 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 da. Like, everything that he says is just woven in so carefully. Everything about it, you have to be paying such close attention. Like that Steven Spielberg bar. And I'm probably missing so much more with all the times that I reeled it back. And honestly, I can't exactly tell like what's the hook or what's the bridge, whatever it is on this one. I know that there's parts that were repeated, but the way that he just wove in and out of everything, to the point where even the second time you were hearing certain things, it still felt like the first time. And that's the thing about T-Way. His music doesn't get old. It literally ages like wine. Replay value, you already know. You already know what it is. You saw what happened. I want to hear T-Way with Gully. I think that could work out really interestingly. I want to hear T-Way with French the Kid. Now I want to hear T-Way with Fizzler. I want to hear T-Way with T Zandos. I think they can make it work. I think T-Way with somebody like iSong could work if they finessed it the right way, giving you that balance. I want to check out 5th Chapter. Frank, if you're watching this, we got to get on that one ASAP. Hang tight for some more reactions. I got more coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.